If you don't want to end up like this guy, then listen up and pay attention to this Helldivers 2 armor ranking tier list. Stay tuned as I'm saving the best ones for last. Starting off with number 23, the Electrical Conduit gives us almost complete immunity to arc damage, and is the worst passive in this game! Now, all that might sound pretty neat, doesn't it? Until you realize that there are only 4 enemies that actually inflict it. When this originally came out, the only damage like this that could be dealt was with the arc thrower, and now, basically the exact same. Yeah, it keeps you from being one-shot by harvesters, but other than that, it's almost completely useless as of now. Until Arrowhead keeps expanding the enemy roster to add more enemies that deal arc damage, this armor passive is dead to me. Number 22 is the Extra Padding passive, which gives us a higher armor value than what we're currently wearing. Medium armor gives you 100 health, while Extra Padding gives you 125 without slowing you down like heavier sets would. This passive is difficult because it's usually combined with a lot of other ones. It isn't a bad thing to have on armor sets, as I don't know anybody who would like to be killed in the game easier. It's okay at best, but I'm not even sure where to put this oddball. Number 21 is Ballistic Padding. It gives us a slight resistance to chest and explosive damage, and if we have a gaping wound in our chest, it keeps us from bleeding out. Now, Ionic, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm happy you asked, little Timmy, or whatever the hell your name is. I don't know. Gosh. Well, to explain shortly, when your chest hemorrhages, you'll see this icon, and when you see said icon, it's time to stim, as popping one will keep you from violently bleeding out all over the ground. Understand? Cool. Then moving on. Playing with this set for a couple days on every front, I'm not able to really feel that arm or explosive resistance, which is kind of underwhelming to me. Yeah, it's nice when your chest gets damaged to not bleed out everywhere, but majority of the times I already have stims that fix that anyway. I don't know if it's just me, but this whole armor set feels very underwhelming. If I'm using it wrong, please let me know. Number 20 is Peak Physique, which grants us a decent melee damage buff and increases how responsive our weapon is. Weapon drag is very real in Helldivers. The bigger the weapon, the longer it's gonna take to move back and forth. Well, this armor set drastically improves that handling. Our standard armor struggles to keep up with the weight of this gun, while Peak Physique almost negates that drag entirely. Me personally, this is not my go-to, but for people that do enjoy it, I understand why you like it. It is good, but I need my gear to be way more useful than just spinning my weapon around everywhere faster. Not to mention that the damage melee increase does lack something. Only boosting it by 40%, I am reminded constantly as to why I don't run this. With so many other passives that outperform this majorly, I cannot get behind it. So many things about this just aren't really game-changing and kind of boring. I really hope to see this improved in the near future. Number 19 is Unflinching. Using this will let you see enemies on the radar better and technically never let you miss a shot. When checking your radar and placing a ping, you can see that any enemies around it are displayed. This helps you avoid any staggering scouts and enemy patrols. Whenever you're shot, it causes your character to flinch, which makes your shot go wide and miss. Theoretically, if you're a cracked shot, even though your animation displays a flinch, the crosshair stays laser focused. If you're somebody who tries to nail weak spots with expendable weapons, this can definitely help with making sure you don't waste them. But for me, bringing this just to make sure a few extra shots connect is nowhere near worth it. I know this one's going to be a hot topic, but it's my honest opinion, and I'll even double down on it. When you compare it to the standard armor without Unflinching, you can definitely tell that there is a difference, but even then, this still just is not worth it to me. Number 18 is the Gunslinger, which gives us a major sidearm reload speed reduction, sizable increase to draw speed, and massively reduced sidearm recoil. This passive is very fun. It works wonders with things like the Senator, Veto, or Verdict. The reduction in recoil you can absolutely feel, and the change in reload speed is a lifesaver. This really helps your sidearms to shine and allows you to bring a different approach to the game. I'm not a super huge fan of things that encourage a sidearm to encroach on what should be a primary or support weapon's job, as I feel they complete that task that's needed for them already. Combined with the draw emote though, this armor passive brings out a more fun aspect of armor than functionality. After a quick overview, this definitely is not my cup of liberty, although I do absolutely love the art design that the creators went with these. Number 17 is the Inflammable passive. To put very simply, you take a lot less damage from fire, but you are not immune, so be careful. I know you Salamander 40k fans probably run this religiously, and I can't blame you. Fire is one of the most versatile weapons in the game. With things like the Cremator that came out recently, there are so many good flame weapons and options to bring. Most of the time, especially when running my favorite kind of armor, light, you'll notice once you're ablaze, you have to stop, drop, and roll, or dive towards the closest bit of ground you can find. The major reduction in flame damage from these is definitely helpful. The reason these aren't higher is because I wish the damage reduction was like the Electrical Conduit, almost nothing if not zero. I know Super Earth could absolutely make flame-proof armor, they just don't. For something like this being the only perk it gives, I will die on this hill. The damage reduction needs to be more. No, it wouldn't be overpowered. Yes, it would be cool as fuck. And no, this isn't even coming from a flame enthusiast. Number 16 is Advanced Filtration, which similar to the previous set gives us a major damage reduction to gas. It's definitely the noxious attacks that spread massive AoE, unlike fire, that really tick teammates off. No matter how many times you call out your orbital strikes, gas mines, or grenades, somehow Super Earth has rigged the comms to filter out words such as RUN!
I'm throwing a gas strike, stand clear!
And
Can you all not hear me?
the armor itself provides good functionality. Fire can almost immediately kill you, whereas without the passive, gas is already slower, giving you plenty of time to stim and react, making me not like this armor set that much. It lacks luster that I feel needs to be improved on. For a gas-only build, would I suggest this? Absolutely. But if you're bringing only gas grenades and that's it, this armor set is worthless. In our number 15th spot, we have the Scout passive, which has the same ping scan feature that Unflinching does, along with enemies having a harder time detecting you. This armor has been beloved by a friend of mine ever since the day it came out. It really helps cover your tracks in the sense to skirt around enemy patrols and to get you safely to whatever your destination might be. This could save you from drop ships or bug breaches entirely if used correctly. The light armor sets that these come in really help you live up to the passive's name. Scouting around, pinging points of interest, and giving comms to your teammates is really where this excels. Pair this with something like the Jump Pack or Warp Pack and you'll be scouting out the entire map and collecting samples for the team in no time. In number 14, we have these decorated gentlemen, the Reinforced Epaulettes, which grant us a sizable primary reload speed buff, a half chance to not get broken arms, and a small melee damage increase. To this day, I have never fully understood what in the world this passive is trying to do. The armor looks amazing, but the passive doesn't really fit the theme of it at all, and it's very confusing. What this changes is good, but it's way too scatterbrained and doesn't make much sense. The melee damage increase we get is only 20%, and the chance for limbs not breaking is although that reload speed does catch my eye and has kind of carried this one up a little bit. Let me know your opinions on these. They leave me with a mild sense of boredom if I'm being honest. Number 13 is Servo Assisted. This passive allows you to throw things noticeably farther and gives all limbs half more health. Wait, aren't those cybernetics? Don't we hate cyborgs? Carl, what's going on? Why do you look like that? Is somebody questioning Truth Enforcer, Carl? Wait, since when did you become a Truth Enforcer? Right after I got back from re-education camp, bitch. Oh, that's cool, I guess. Shut the hell up, fuckface. After you killed me, I got sent to heaven. The former president of Super Earth gave me a dumbass mission. Now I've had enough of it. Today you will die. You will face the mighty wrath of Super Earth for your treasonous thoughts and actions. I'm sorry, Carl. Alright, anyway, back to the armor rankings. This passive is extremely helpful. You're able to tag gunships on bot with thermite, hit insane grenade throws from the next zip code over, and send a stratagem ball flying Mach fuck into the stratosphere. It really aids in not having to dive all the time when throwing to get that extra needed range. On its own, although it is helpful, it just lacks a little bit for me to want to use it. Not sure why something with a metal arm doesn't do more melee damage, but hey, what do I know? Number 12 is the Engineering Kit, which reduces our weapon's recoil when crouching or laying flat. Not only that, but it increases how many throwables we can carry, which I've never run into anybody who doesn't want more big booms, so... I originally never used this armor set until about a year ago, and I can say I've definitely been enjoying it. The less recoil, especially for bigger guns, to me, the better. It can turn any weapon into pure concentrated laser beams of unbridled managed democracy. And the extra grenades? Well, let me start off by saying, they finally fixed the damn Seekers! Or, they fix the Seekers, and we get more of them, which is always a plus. Most armors that reduce recoil are usually heavy, and I like that the Engineering Kit helps bring that to smaller sets. Because, as we all know, size doesn't matter. So overall, it's decent. Number 11 is Rock Solid, which gives us a decent melee damage bonus, and one of my favorite parts, keeps our feet on the ground more. This game, especially on Automaton Front, is notorious for sending your body flying all the time, and you can never keep your feet on the ground to even fight back! This armor helps us combat out one of the most infuriating mechanics that this has to offer. Rocket Devastators, Reinforced Scout Striders, and other enemies of various fronts will want to juggle you like a play toy. This armor helps you keep your feet planted and swing a bit harder. I'm not a super huge fan, same as peak physique and slightly buffing melee damage, and that being the big appeal factor of it. Both sets definitely deserve a more noticeable melee increase, but the fact that this keeps you on your feet more is a win for me. Number 10 is the Fortified passive, which reduces recoil when crouched or laying down, same as Engineering Kit, but on top of it being heavy armor, it also negates half of all explosive damage. This armor set keeps you from being airburst launched by your friends on bug, blown apart and bombarded by bots, and those stupid little explosive thingies on Illuminate. Yeah, those don't immediately eviscerate you anymore. Not only are these functional, but the design and aura that they bring to the battlefield are unmatched. Facing down factory striders with a minigun and winning is one of the best feelings this game can offer. I am not a personal fan of heavy armor though, so take it with a grain of salt, but there is a part of me that does genuinely enjoy running these. Number 9 is integrated explosives. Whenever you die, shortly after, your body explodes, taking all enemies of democracy with you, and increases your throwables. The warbond that this hails from honestly is a perfect mix of hilarious, dangerous, and functional. The hell bomb backpack, the double sickle that microwaves you, and the pocket nuke ultimatum. Yeah, a bomb vest fits right into this kind of vibe. The throwable capacity increase is extremely nice to always have on any armor set. And oh no, you ran out? Just throw yourself in a bug hole. You become the weapon even after death with this passive. You and your friend like to goof off and kill each other sometimes? Well, charge headfirst at them if they start shooting at you. This armor is the perfect definition of managed democracy. No one can escape the all-powerful hand of Super Earth. Number 8 is supplementary adrenaline, which gives you a higher armor rating than usual, and whenever you take damage, it refills your stamina bar. The principle of this armor set is genuinely horrific. Having a maniac that looks like that chasing you down, and not only is he difficult to kill, but every time he's injured becomes faster? Yeah, absolutely not. I'm very happy that I'm not on anybody's bad side who uses this behemoth of a set. I don't have the heavy one unlocked, but it somehow strikes even more terror than the one I got. The functionality is extremely useful with something like this, especially with the heavier set it comes with. No longer will you be chasing to close the distance, but rather they will end up leading you right to them. Number 7's a tricky one. The Concussive Padding gives us 3 sub-versions of its abilities to 3 armor sets. All 3 have explosion damage reduction, so that standard applies. The far left is Grenadier, which gives us more throwables. The middle is Hazmat, which in addition to the explosive reduction also takes a quarter less from gas and has a 35% sidearm recoil reduction. Then the big boy on the right, the Reinforced, gives a higher armor rating of 185. Combined with that explosion reduction is insane. I personally missed the chance to get this and I don't have it, so technically I'm not giving it a ranking, as I want to be real and fair with you all. For what it's worth, I've heard a lot of people saying it's amazing. All 3 sets contain a variety of sub-passives, which is a very new and unique style of doing things. Number 6 brings us the Desert Stormer, which nearly halves all fire, gas, acid, and electrical damage entirely, along with about a quarter more throwing range. These armor sets are the perfect definition of balanced. They're so beneficial all around, I can't even really find anything bad to say about them. They reduce pretty much everything except melee and gunfire, as well as helping whatever throwable you're using just get a little bit further. These are perfect for any planet conditions, faction, or setting. They help you come fully prepared for whatever the enemies of freedom might throw at you. I would definitely suggest these. Number 5 is Democracy Protects, which prevents you from bleeding out if your chest hemorrhages and gives you a 50% chance to not die. Meaning, yes, you can survive detonating yourself with a hell bomb backpack. Anything that would kill you and push you past the brink of life, sweet Lady Liberty herself comes down and graces you with her beautiful touch of democracy. Along with the choir of those singing Super Earth's praises back home, you're imbued with the power to keep going despite all odds. Number 4 is Siege Ready, which gives you a sizable reload speed buff to primary weapons and increases maximum ammo you can carry for everything by 20%. So yeah, the drum mags you've been grinding to get, let's just give this guy 2 extra more of them, because why the fuck wouldn't you? I would demonstrate with my pummeler, but you know! And the reload speed combined with it? This passive is incredibly useful and extremely worth it. Not only is it good for laying down constant suppressive fire, but it really allows you to get an extra bang for your buck with resupply packs. It also affects support weapons like the machine gun, breaching hammer, and railgun. Warning though, it is not affected by Hellpod Space Booster, which instead of starting with half gear, gives you full. You'll still need to dip into a resupply box to max everything out. But in my opinion, more bullets is more bullets, so I'll take it. Number 3 is one of the most game-changing armor sets there is, the Reduced Signature. This makes enemies have a hell of a lot harder time seeing you, and cuts the noise you make when moving in half. This armor is perfect for commando operations, as your Super Destroyer leaves you behind enemy lines, and And while the risk is high, so is the reward. Being spotted increases enemy threat levels. Well, if they can't see you even when you're standing right next to them, this helps a ton. This armor set, if ran with a coordinated group of friends, will let you stealth super hell dive operations. They basically can't even hear you, and when you crouch or lay flat, unless you're directly in front of the enemy's face, they will not spot you. Combine this with the suppressed weapons that this armor set hails from, you can pick off lookouts and bot outposts and straggling bugs. This is genuinely one of the most functional armor sets that's been introduced into this game, and I would absolutely recommend. Number 2 is Adreno-Defibrillator, which gives you a short timed resurrection upon death, assuming all of your limbs are still attached, and lets you have a final shout for democracy before you inevitably die. Also grants you more healing time when stimmed and half resistance to arc damage. Whenever you're carrying a shit ton of firepower on you, I'd suggest using this passive. Not only does it let you know, hey, you're already dead, now throw everything you have so you don't waste it, but it also allows you to escort a Hellbomb backpack exactly where you need, aiding you in never missing that epic moment. The most underrated part is the stim healing duration. After stimming, you're granted a specific amount of regeneration time, which helps you get breathing room or hunker down to complete whatever objective you're trying to reach. The arc damage resistance is a nice bonus, but the two main parts that put this so high is the insane value it brings. Do you have expendables and throwables you can use? Maybe an ultimatum. Absolutely dump everything from your inventory. Not only will you aid your entire team now that you can tell that you're going to die, but you help supplies stretch further and not be wasted. I cannot recommend this armor more. Number 1 and the best armor passive in Helldivers will always be the Medkit. Giving you 2 additional stims and extra regeneration time means with light armor, I've been able to out-tank heavies with the fastest momentum speed possible. The light armor set of this specifically is the best version of this armor that can exist. Does it look like a tube of toothpaste? Absolutely. But is it one of the most effective sets that there is?
Yeah.
Not only does it keep you alive during intense heavy fire, but you can also go complete side objectives on your own and survive way longer with it. In a game where reinforcements are slim and once you're out, you're kinda screwed, this armor set keeps you hauling your own weight. The benefits this brings is unimagined, and I cannot stress enough how good the med kit really is. I just wish they made it look a bit cooler. Also, with that increase in stims, you can help your teammates and yourself fight for longer. This armor has no downside that I've ever been able to tell, and is the armor set I will run most out of any other. Combined with the experimental infusion booster, yeah, it's 100% unstoppable. If you made it this far, you are absolutely amazing. As a new content creator, I'd love to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of April, so if you could help me get there, that would be awesome. Stay tuned for more rankings and funny videos to come. Now, if I could have your attention for a little bit longer after I head out, we've got some bloopers between me and Carl. Hope you have an amazing day, and goodbye. Shut the hell up, fuckface! Where the fuck did that come from?
Listen, dickbag, I get nervous under pressure, okay? You will now answer for... Oh, fuck.
Dude, are you dumb? You're supposed to keep it on your head. Carl, you're supposed to be a truth... yeah, whatever. Shut up. Oh, yep, very mature, Carl.
Yep. I'm stupid as hell. Shut the fuck up.
All right, but okay, that's crossing the line.
Your ranking videos suck.
All right, that's it!
Sweet Lady Liberty, help me! He's a maniac!